Yes, peoples. Welcome back to another episode of the Stockroom podcast. Where I'm here with the Mandem. I'm here with Bolu.
We live.
I'm here with Bolu. I'm here with Michael.
Yes,
Where the bitches?
And yeah, man, we're back. Another week, another pod.
Yes.
Good weather this week.
Yeah.
So good vibes to the pod.
Good vibes to the world.
Good vibes to the world.
World boss.
Speaking of good vibes, Michael, what have you been up to today? Or this week, I should say.
It's been cool, man. Been busy on a few things.
Yeah.
Put together an event.
Yeah.
That went quite well.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was great to be a part of.
Big up YBB, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out YB, man. I feel like that event made a real impact on the people that attended.
Love that.
And it was a vibe. Food was great. Energy was great. Music was
What
great.
food was there?
Jamaican food. So we had rice and peas. We had jerk chicken, salad. Had coleslaw and mac and cheese. So yeah, man, full shebang.
Big up the Jamaicans.
And let's vibe with DJing as well. They brought the energy, and then yeah, man, it was a nice event. What about you, Bolu? What you saying?
I'm alright, you know. I think since the last time we've recorded, I don't know if I told you, man. I went Eden.
Yes.
I think
How was that?
I think I saw. I don't know if I saw.
Did it meet the expectations?
Kinda, yeah. I had a good time.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a good time.
Was it expensive?
Oh yeah. We went in saying no one's ordering Azul, and then Azul came.
And
to
who
the
ordered
table.
Azul?
I won't name names in it, but
Fair.
they know who they were.
Fair. Was it worth it?
Yeah, it's a vibe. There was
Fair.
the bottles at home.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Souvenir.
Yeah, I had to. I'm gonna use it as a water bottle or something.
Can you like screw it closed?
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
It's the blue and white thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Fair.
So yeah.
I mean, I've never held the bottle of Azul. So I'm not familiar.
I just gotta figure out how to upcycle it. But yeah.
Fair.
Oh, you can use it as a vase.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a shout.
Wow.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Huh?
Even was those guys that put the yak on the side of the window. So when you
I knew you were gonna say that. And the funniest thing is, I don't drink.
Yeah, but agenda of a
I know. I don't know the facts. I hear it. It's fine.
How was your weekend, man? What were you up to?
Yeah, man. Big up Ghana independence.
Ghana
Gonna
4.
four. Gonna four.
Does it? Wait, what does that even mean?
Ghana thing is like Ghana people. 4 is like people.
Oh yeah, big
So,
up the
like-
Ghana 4, isn't it?
Like, and you guys are Alata 4 is Nigerians. I don't know why it's Alata. I think Alata means something, but Alata 4 is Nigerians. Incremo 4 is no, it's Muslims and Efidium is Jamaican.
Okay.
Yeah, there's other ones, but I can't. Those are the ones.
Obviously, duh.
Huh?
You have to describe people in different ways, isn't it?
Yeah, there's other ones, but I can't think of the other ones. Alright, if I'm wrong, Ghanaians, please correct me. I didn't try to be wrong. But yeah, Ghana independence motive.
Yes.
Really
how
good.
How was your plans? Because I feel like you went out twice now.
I went once. I wish I went out. Basically, I went out to R2B's
Yeah.
concert, and then after that, people went to another place. There's another motive. That's where Jay Hollins was. I should have gone, but I didn't go because I was like, I'm kind of tired.
Fair.
And going to the O2 is a mission in itself.
Yeah,
it takes
Of
off.
course.
It's a bop, especially with on that day Sabrina Carpenter was there as well, innit? So,
Was she?
yeah.
That's why. But
That makes a lot of
peak,
sense.
it was peak.
even just in general, that's why when people are like going to like, even the Brits, people will park somewhere and get the train.
Speaking of parking, I have now found my new parking spot. I used to park here, and then go to the O2 from here.
Why not just go to Odeon,
What Odeon?
the cinema next to the O2? You can stay there for 5 hours.
Interesting. Where did you go?
Yeah, where's your new?
Oh, you don't know hot up your spot.
No. If I hop my spot, if you find it, you find it.
Fair.
I parked at Canada Water because it's 2 stops away.
That's also fair. That's reasonable.
But it's a bit of a bop from
Yeah.
where it
A
is
little bit
back.
of a
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's
Because I had to park at the back.
yeah.
and walk back.
Yeah, just-
I mean,
as long as
it's a
well.
brisk little 5-minute walk. I don't mind
Yeah.
because I just come from a warm car, so my blood is still boiling.
Okay. Fair.
So, and there's only 2 stops to thingy. But yeah, before I used to park here, but then I thought about it. So yeah.
Whichever
Alright,
is
all of you Londoners, don't listen to what Bolu says. Actually, I'm gonna cut out what Bolu said and don't hot up our new parking spot. But yeah, if you want Park at Canada Water. If you whatever you want to do with that information.
Plus, there's also the place we parked at when we went to bowling.
Yeah, but that's very hit and miss.
Yeah.
Because if those people are there,
if you go down race day,
Rubber Dinghy Rapids, bro.
hey man,
brother.
But yeah, apart from that, oh wait, what did you go? You went. We haven't spoken about the SLAWN thing.
yes.
So yeah, how was it?
So on that day, I went to cool. So first of all, I should have probably got to the SLAWN part earlier.
Yeah.
But the day before, I was
You
working
weren't really-
on the pitch deck.
Yeah.
And I wasn't actually wanting to buy the shoe. I did want to see like how like turnout was and reaction and whatnot, and speak to people about it. And I got to do that. So that was cool. So I saw a few people that actually copped the crap. Had a look at it. In hand, it looks cool. It looks like it's quality. I'll say that for sure. It looks like it's a serious crap. And bringing back a 90 is a bold choice.
Yeah.
I don't know who might have been like more pushing that decision, but
Especially the year that we're in, but we'll speak on that.
yeah, but I know that's not the only 90 collab that's coming out this year.
Oh, is it?
Because there's it's obviously what's the 35 years of the 90 this year, innit?
Oh, okay.
So with that comes like there's this collab, Pata have a shoe coming out around the 90. There's a few other collabs that probably will come in reminiscence of that, but it won't be as loud as what we're going to talk about a little bit later.
Yeah.
And that is also not as loud as the Jordan brand's 40th anniversary. But again, all will be touched upon soon. So yeah, I went there, and the first thing I'll say is that it wasn't as rowdy. It was a little more like toned down, a bit more well put together. And I kind of put that down to Nike as opposed to SLAWN. I feel like SLAWN is like, the rollout was quite quick. I feel like we saw SLAWN announced it a month before. Then like 2 days before.
I saw he didn't announce it. It was leaked.
No, it was leaked time before.
Okay.
Then he did an announcement video that said like Nike, SLAWN, and there was like a little.
Oh
short
yeah,
video.
yeah, that animation.
That was like a month before.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then 2 days
yeah.
before the
Wow, a
pop-up,
month.
the video drops.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, even if like, for example, the younger bits, like young people in the audience want to be able to come over, they can't even get the ticket. Because for example, like ticket prices on trains have gone up, travel fees have gone up, all these kind of things. And it's like, if I only know about your pop-up 2 days before, I might even be able to set myself to go and get it, even if I want the shoe.
Yeah. You're really excluding people that don't live in the location when it comes to doing things like that, which I understand, but at the same time, it's like,
It works for people management.
yeah.
But it's also like you said, like,
If you really want it, I'm joking.
hey. So that even like my boy Hamza, he went.
The notorious Hamza.
Hey.
I feel like Hamza's gonna be a constant name on the pod.
Hey. You know what it is, yeah? Hamza actually works in engineering, I think it is.
Yeah, he's mechanical, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hamza's not around for a lot. But when he's around,
Hamza.
he's around.
At least
So like, he pulled up for the Lorenzo drop, come to
Yeah.
Lorenzo's, pulled up for this drop.
Oh, have I met him then?
No, I don't think you met him properly. I think
Okay.
you were flying around when I was chatting to him.
Okay. I big up Hamza, friend of the show.
Yeah, man. I knew him when I used to work in office because he used to work in size.
Okay.
So which is cool. But yeah, so he was like, he actually got there quite early because he came down from out of London. And so he was around from like 7 a.m. And some people actually like had like chairs pulled up. And others of them like were just posted up on the bench. And they literally watched sunrise. And then copped the crepes with minimal stress. And it was like, oh, like, I could even come a bit later and I'll still be fine.
That's kind of what you want, though, in reality.
Yeah,
as a
in the-
consumer as
Do
well.
you know what I'm
like,
saying?
the chaos is all fun and games when you're like,
I just want my shoe done.
yeah.
But
it's all
how
fun and
much
games when you're,
chaos
like,
do you
under 20? But,
do you
like,
think that there would have been for a SLAWN shoot? That's the thing.
I
You
think
know what?
you can only use the reference of what you see with Bobo's Cafe and what he was doing with SLAWN Club.
Yeah.
And that was quite a lot of people.
Like he enjoyed the chaos
Fact.
from before, especially with like all the other things he did, like the Fight Club and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, I
you
forgot
can't-
that, yeah.
you can't tell me the same man who was running a
SLAWN
Fight Club didn't
is
like-
a
doesn't like
dictator
chaos, bro.
somewhere on another planet. In an alternate universe, SLAWN is a dictator of a country.
I feel like it's a thing where like you're saying, Bolu, like things have changed
Yeah,
in terms of, and I'm not sure if it's like the mode he's moving into as an artist, or like him understanding the fact that like, yes, the noise and like all the notoriety is cool, but ultimately we're trying to do business, and it's like, maybe have to do things a little bit differently to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But fundamentally, though, outside of that, he's a dad of 2 now.
That is
when
true.
When you now have, when you got kids around, you're constantly thinking about safeguarding your children. You kind of start to view things. Your perspective of things definitely changes. You can't just be like, you can move erratic, but you're always gonna be conscious of their safety first.
That's valid.
That ends up spreading into all the other things you do.
But at the same time, grind harder. Maybe this is his grind. Remember, sometimes you need to. Sometimes you just sometimes you just need to have a ute to get you to lock in.
Hey,
that is a funny.
Not me though, please. I don't need it. But yeah, I understand it.
You understand it.
The concept makes sense.
I understand it now.
I remember when my sister was born, I was holding, I was like, I need to make more bands, bro.
So dumb.
More racks are needed. These times your sister was born when you were a teenager.
Bro, yeah. That's why I pick up extra shit.
The dream started from young.
Right, shoe. I'm doing 2 days. I need to do 4 minimum, bro. With school.
Got a family to feed.
They say this is a big rich town. Hey, man. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Obviously, like, it's interesting now to see where SLAWN will take this. Yeah. I've heard that this isn't the last part of like the SLAWN MX90 story. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops across the storyline. And see how he takes it and where he takes it. Being that he's Nigerian, his heritage is from there, and he's had an impact over here in London as a creative, but it'll be interesting to see like where the story goes. And also his story of Nike in terms of like, is this the only shit he'll do? Is he going to develop from that like kind of like athlete to collaborator and do more like collaborations with other silhouettes? Or is this just his one and he'll continue wearing shoes and like soft launching shoes like the DNA and stuff like that? Like, I wonder what's going to happen on this side.
To me, basically what Nike did is in footballish terms, they've gone to a club or they've gone to a specific group and one person have flourished and like, you have the same archetype. The trajectory must be the same. We're gonna invest in you as well.
The whole birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, you know what? What's that agent? Raiola.
Yeah, Raiola.
Where he says, "You want my good player, or not even my good player? You want this top striker? Yeah, you must also sign.
Yeah. Also sign this one as well.
Yeah,
take this one.
Yeah,
he'll do
well.
well.
Your academy.
Yeah,
incubate." And then bring him out.
If he's under me, he'll flourish like the other one.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, so it's interesting to see what route Nike take with this.
It's also interesting, actually, before we move on, because interestingly enough, SLAWN is more, he appeals to skateboarding. He likes skateboarding, and does that kind of outdoor activities as much as we see him like doing art and whatnot. And in terms of the shoe, this shoe looks like a shoe that SLAWN would paint in. For me, like, the shoe is almost like a mimicry of the canvas that he paints on, in terms of like when he is painting and he is making these like creations and his shoes are getting dirty. This is like the perfect shoe to get dirty. That's not actually getting dirty. If that makes sense, because as the paint like drops on them, it's like, oh raw. Like now you're seeing all of these different speckles on the shoe that are emulated by the shoe, which was before I forget, designed by SLAWN and Detroit. So shout out Detroit. Detroit is like a creative designer, visual designer. And his favorite color is purple. So if you catch Detroit in real life and he's not wearing something purple, you've probably not seen Detroit, you've probably seen somebody else. And then Nigel, shout out Nigel as well.
Yeah.
Who helped to put together like the inflatables and the sculptures that we saw in the space. And also then the team at Corteiz, the people who helped facilitate the space, Truman Brewery, and Out of Office as well, who helped to like bring things together and actualize the final product. Because yeah, man, I feel like people see pop-ups and they're like, oh, you could do this, but you could do that better. But at the same time,
there's a lot of moving parts.
Do you know what? It's not easy. It's not easy. So with respect, they did well still. And yeah, I guess that takes us into what's next, which is
what's on the table. We might as well.
Let's go to what's on the table, man. Let's look it over.
On the table today, speaking of Air Maxes, not speaking of SLAWN, but speaking of black and white, we have a black and white Air Max 95. This is my first ever pair of Air Max 95s. That's why it looks like that. When I show you the close up, or in the close up, you're gonna see how beat up,
broke down
the shoe is. I have two pairs. Michael said that we should use this pair because it looks more beat up and it shows more
authentic,
more character,
more of the essence.
Yeah.
But character doesn't mean wearable. So this definitely has more character. This is my cousin's shoe. Big up you. This was his shoe, and then I actually fell in love with it when I saw him wearing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need the shoe, and he gave it to me. So I've had the shoe since 2015ish, 2014, 2015, because product date was 13th of June. Yeah, 13th of June, 2014. So me and the shoe probably came out 2015 around that time. So yeah, good shoe. Obviously, it's yellowed loads. Air bubble is
going through it.
Gone.
Yeah,
like,
going through it.
Like fogged out.
Differently.
Like when I actually no, let me not go there. But yeah, a fogged out windows. Let me just say that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Wow.
Foggy windows.
What are you? Hey man. Hey,
we listen. We don't judge.
Hey. You've been judged actually.
Yeah, man. This shoe's been through a lot. Yeah. Oh, as you can see on the front, like you can tell the shoe's been through a lot, and I didn't know when I was gonna get a new pair. I even got a newer pair, or the second pair off eBay, off this one, because I saw somebody selling it. I think I got the same size. This is size 8, and I think that one's a size 8. But yeah, you can see that I've tried to re-glue the front with like glue from like Sainsbury's, because the front bit started falling off or it started like flapping down, and that's how much I love the shoe. And I didn't know when I was gonna get another pair, because obviously I was that young. So,
Sorry.
yeah,
Sidebar.
Go on.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Go on.
In secondary school, I don't know if you guys experienced this, but I experienced this. This might be a joint experience. When you used to play football, for me,
okay, I know where you're going.
it was in Wallabies.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we were playing on the hard courts because the
What a time.
the pitch was locked off when
What
it
a
wasn't
time.
football and PE.
Hard courts. Ugh, that
And-
concrete jungle.
When you length the ball, with your stronger foot, and your foot would just drag on the floor, all of a sudden you'll hear the shoe and you go, shoo. And now your shoe is chatting worse.
Yeah.
It's now separated from your soul.
Hey, Michael, your shoe's talking, Your shoe's talking.
And the fact is, the shoe's going,
Yeah.
You're walking.
You're here walking, you're here flapping your shoe.
Bro.
Yeah, man.
So during that time, I think somebody put me on. They were like, yo, like if that happens to your shoe, you can just go DT and glue it down. I was like, what? I've done it the first time.
Because you don't even know what your parents are going to say when you get home.
Bro,
Yeah, man.
these times, I was on a strict warning. One shoe a
One shoe
year.
for the school year.
Now, hey, me, I had 3 a year, bro. Flats. They were all Wallabies. I didn't get to enjoy the kicker echelon of life. My brothers got to enjoy that after me. I paved the way. I chose the more difficult route for them to have it easier. And I went to the DT room for the first time, and I just like carefully glued my shoe down. And then it was calm.
I said Virgil before Virgil.
Hey man, I was really in the lab cooking up. And then 3%. Shout out V. And then
Ooh.
I'm
Stockroom
scared.
Wallabies collab.
my days, man.
Wallabies, yo. We can work on something for the culture, don't worry.
And then what would happen was when you wear it after a few days, because of like the obviously we learned in science about when something gets hot and cold simultaneously.
Oh, yeah.
Separate.
No.
What's the word?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember the word. But in science, like if with the floor, for example,
Okay.
when the floor freezes,
Yeah.
and then heats up for like quickly on different times, the floor expands basically.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, because, so when you freeze something, it expands.
Yes.
When you heat up, it like
Yeah.
shrinks, basically.
Yeah, and then that creates rips and breaks. So when you're playing football in these, it will eventually go back to being ripped again. And I remember the day my dad bagged me, and he said, "This shoe, what have you done to it?" And I was like, "Oh, like I glued it back together in school." And yeah, he was like, "Why don't you just not break your shoes?" And I was like,
I used to walk home dragging my foot.
Bro.
You man were crazy.
And I used to get told, don't kick plastics on the floor, don't kick metal. I was like, it's not even that, I was playing football in school. It's like, why are you playing football in your school shoes?
Yeah. Then you have to start bringing Astros as a spare shoe.
Yo.
Yeah.
And
that's
then,
long to
then
do
your
the
bag is
change.
now big.
Yeah.
It was already big with books.
Yeah.
Sigh.
But that even reminds me of my first experience with a bad product. So I'm at them. I'm at them. Kickers, yeah.
Right.
Violated me. Cool. So, as you know, I was a size 12 from a very early age.
Sorry.
So-
Yep.
And because of that, because my feet were always growing like
The way you said it from a very early age, like
Yeah.
like it was a disease.
it was at some point, bro. But
No, when sorry to
Sorry.
when we used to play football, yeah, and I used to see Bolu putting on his boots, I used to wonder why his feet look like we're the same age, bro. Why are your feet that big, bro? But yeah, sorry, Bolu, go on.
so
I don't have it.
they didn't like kickers never did like never did anything over a size 11.
Right.
But they for once, I went to shoe and they had a size 12 in it. I was like, oh, mum, like, can I get kickers? Everyone at school's wearing kickers. Can I get
Right.
kickers in
Yeah.
it? Cool. Grabbed it. Yeah. First day I wore it, played football. Tell me why it was shouted at me.
Damn.
Like bro, like my toes were coming out.
Somebody
of both
returned
shoes.
that 12. It was a faulty pair.
Yeah.
Damn.
I had to tell my mum I didn't play football. Mum, I just ran for the bus, ripped up. Oh, like took it back to the shop. The way she shouted at them, got money back. That's what. Yeah, cooked it.
Bruh, like
Hey,
that.
that's what matters, man.
Yeah,
At least you avoided trouble.
yeah. Got Dr. Martens instead.
I even remember when.
Bruh. Oh yeah.
So the Dr.
Hey,
Martens.
that was when. Do you remember when your shoes would break, yeah, and then you'd have to go and wear your church shoes?
Yeah.
The way I used to pull up in some hard bottom pointy shoes, I used to get cooked as well. I used to get cooked so bad.
I remember in school there was a time where when we had kickers, what we would do to be different is we would get like a highlighter or red like felt tip pen, and then we would color the white stitch in red.
Oh,
So it's like I would have black kickers with red stitching, or somebody would have black kickers with blue stitching, or that neon stitching.
that's kind of a vibe, though.
Yeah, I can't lie.
It's kind of a vibe.
Yeah, we were creative school. What can I say?
Well, you went at the Brit school, dude.
Huh? Hey, I know they didn't believe in me. My parents didn't believe in me.
Can you imagine?
But yeah, going into what's on foot. Okay, I guess I'll start first. I'm wearing the Nike Air Trainer Huarache Corteiz Gully
Grey.
Grays. I was going to say
Gully.
Gully Greens.
No,
Gully
Gully
Grey. Yeah, good shoe. Obviously, you guys have seen me wear it. This, and I know I talk about it all the time, but this and the Off-White Air Jordan 5s, they're like interchangeable in terms of they both have the same concept in my head. So if I don't wear those, I'm probably wearing these if I want to wear that type of shoe. But yeah, and I've kind of not retired, but the Gore-Tex 5 has just been laid. Is done its course for now. We're coming into spring. It can be put down
Right?
unless the weather starts to.
Right.
Then
Right.
we switch back. Speaking of Corteiz,
Yeah, it turns out that I'm also wearing Corteiz, a Corteiz collab. Why are you doing
because you got
yeah,
soul dreams.
right. I am wearing the pink things, the Corteiz 95 pink things. In line with our topic for today. But we'll get into that shortly. And we'll also get into our
Rule of 3.
our rule of 3. Speaking of rule of 3, Bolly, what have you got on foot today?
Hey, they cooked your ass. Fucking
got
hell,
me.
man. I'm finished.
I have the Supreme Air Force Ones, the wheat
Yeah.
colorway. Yeah, that's a good vibe.
While we're on you, Bolly, do you want to apologize to the people?
Yeah,
What do you
I
have to
know.
say to them?
I want to apologize for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, no, sorry.
As a sneakerhead, I had an opinion, I had a theory. I put it out there. All you guys were too shy to say your own thoughts. I said mine, and I was wrong. Oh well.
Do you know what I find funny? The amount of people who are now commenting.
Bro.
You have seen.
You saw the
you
video.
guys are so fake. You've seen the video before. Nobody said anything.
Just
now that it's come
We're
out,
gonna come back.
and it's our what doesn't help is like the second video after that we've posted now as of recent. So it's not even that far down that people don't see it, but people are now commenting I emojis and low, yeah, and then Books is just and everybody and just laughing after every post.
Nonsense guy.
Books is an enemy
Nonsense
of
guy.
progress. But yeah, man, it's a weird thing to happen.
By the way, for context,
Yeah.
we said
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
a few episodes ago maybe like 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago, like we don't believe that the now honey black Air Max 95 Corteizes are dropping because they had already dropped 3 shoes before, and it doesn't make sense for the Corteiz storyline to go back to a shoe they've already dealt with and done significant impact with.
Yeah.
For reasons that we thought we believed in, and we still do.
Yeah.
And then they dropped.
You see that? Well, they haven't dropped. They're dropping.
Yeah, they're dropping in April.
You see that honey blacks pop up? We're good on smoke.
hey, we're working. We're working.
Yeah, big up the team, man.
But yeah, no. I guess like first of all, what do you guys think of the shoe?
That shoe's gonna work so well.
It's a good shoe.
It's good. It's a very good shoe.
Because I think what people think here is that just because we didn't think the shoe was gonna drop, that doesn't mean
we hated the shoe.
It wasn't that. We just didn't feel that the shoe was gonna drop.
Yeah. Apart from that, we all really like the shoe.
Like it's a cool shoe, man.
You don't like the shoe?
I wouldn't say it's like. Wait,
Go on.
You made him spill his drink. He said, "Wait a minute, we." Sorry, Bully. What's your opinion on the shoe?
I don't want to say my opinion because
No, say your
everyone's gonna think
opinion.
my opinion is because I was wrong.
No,
It's not because I was wrong.
I can't lie. If they think it's because you're wrong, they need to grow up. Like we're here to debate. That's the whole point of us being here.
I was never a fan of that shoe.
Okay.
Fair.
From the first images.
Why?
And
why are you wrong?
It's just it's just a black Air Max 95.
Yeah.
Like at least
Black and
all the
yellow.
other ones here had
Blelo. Sorry.
the
I'm
pink
proud of
things. The pink tints had a gradient of pink and purple. The blue had a gradient of like light blue, dark blue, black. The gutter greens had a gradient of greens. Like this is just literally just a black shoe with yellow.
Yeah.
Like it's not for me.
And it was interesting when we were having the conversation because we went on Bugs's live yesterday,
Okay.
and I asked someone, "Hey, if this shoe was a JD exclusive, what would your opinions be?" They said that I will categorically not be there.
That's the thing.
But it looks like a JD exclusive.
Like,
That is a.
it looks like a premium shoe. The colorways make sense. They work together because black and yellow is a natural kind of like blend.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Yeah.
It makes sense,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But like, and I guess this brings us into our topic of today. Nike are very strategically trying to make this year very important for the 95 because it's the 95's 30th anniversary. And the 95's 30th anniversary comes unfortunately or fortunately, quote unquote, in the shadow of the Jordan brand's 40th anniversary. The Jordan 1 more specifically. So it's like, I can actively see why they are trying to make sure they highlight the storyline of the 95. But if that's the case, that means this 95 that's about to drop was made and agreed at the same time as all of the other ones.
Yeah.
Or in and around that period. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, I was speaking to Jeffrey earlier, and Jeffrey said that let me even pull up the chat. Hold on. This last 95, this one here, is the uniform. Now, I took that interesting because I thought the Le Bleu was the uniform crepe. I thought that was a shoe that if you were the type of person that only liked all black shoes, the Le Bleu will be your point of entry. Because the blue on the shoe, like Bolu mentioned, yes, there's a layer of blue, but it's not as loud as a blue. Like it's not like
But it's a
alarming.
dark blue. It's not black.
Yeah, but like even with the pink things, they're navy blue. The pink things are navy blue. The blues.
I thought the pink
Look.
things.
Pink, purple, and navy.
Oh, sorry, because your thing's under the table. Like, can you move it out?
That's
Okay.
navy blue.
That's navy blue.
Yes, bro.
Oh, I thought
It's
it was-
navy blue into like a very light purple with the contrast in pink. But
I thought it was black and purple.
their blues are like a slate grey into a very like bluish black, and then into that like deeper layer. And I thought that was the uniform pair. I thought that was the pair that's like, yo, if you're very closed-minded about crepe, you don't want to do black and navy blue and pink, you don't want to do green and yellow, this blue pair is the one for you. And then now we've seen this black and yellow, and now that's coming across to be that kind of uniform. And he said, what else did Jeffrey say? Jeffrey said, there's a through line in terms of like the earlier work with Corteiz when they first dropped their t-shirts and hoodies. Like for example, I have that red hoodie that was coming from early, and it's red with yellow text, black with yellow. the black Corteiz tee with the yellow Turks, like, or yellow Alcatraz logo. So there's a storyline there. And I said, it would be very interesting, roles reversed, if the first shoe they dropped was this shoe, and 2 years later they followed up with this triple pack, as opposed to entering the market.
It would
with a
make
triple
more
pack.
sense.
It would feel more graduated.
Yeah.
I feel like the triple collab did what it had to do because it dropped with such impact.
Yeah.
But I feel like because it dropped with such impact, now we're looking at the 95. It's like, now there's just one. And it's like, why is there just one? Don't get me wrong. Again, like, we understand it's the anniversary year. They want to celebrate it. And even the Maniere collab that's coming out that we'll speak about a bit later is part of that. But I just wonder, like, does this mean that Corteiz has this much value to Nike that Nike said, yo, we know you released the other one 2 years ago, and we know this might rock the legacy of the previous release, but we need you to drop this shoe with us for the 30th anniversary?
You know, on top of what Michael said, it's like, this feels like it's more of a Nike shoe as opposed to a Corteiz shoe.
Like, Nike asked for this rather than Corteiz going to Nike and saying that we want to do that. That we want to do a 95.
It feels like, not to badmouth the brand, but it feels like it's more of a licensing deal as opposed to, this is a storyline we're pushing for a shoe based from Corteiz, isn't it? Even like, I was just zooming into the shoe. Obviously, we spoke with Clint and he spoke about the camo in the inside of the shoes and how it had a meaning. But they have no camo to it. Like, there's not much to the shoe as a collaboration for myself to like it.
I do have a theory though.
Go on.
It's a very loose theory, and I'm happy to be corrected by anybody who has the information to correct me.
And sense.
Yeah. I feel like the reason why this shoe has no camo is because this isn't the last shoe to drop. This is the last shoe to drop, but it's the first shoe to have been made.
Oh, okay.
I feel like potentially, thinking back to Corteiz, again, black and yellow, this could have been the first shoe they made. And then it was like, this is a heater. Let's try and experiment and see what else we can come up with.
Man, talk West, man, parked it off. So
you put that to the side.
I was
you know it's
trapping
gonna
it
bang.
out with a cough.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know that shoe's gonna bang. Then it's like, okay, cool, but
Let's be experimental.
and let's try it. And then they've done the 3 camos. Because this pair also has a camo, but I think it's a black camo on the inside. I don't think it's pure black. I'm not sure, I could be wrong.
Oh, okay, fair. But it looked all black to me.
Yeah, it does. It looks quite sleek. But I feel like potentially this could have been the first one to be made. And that was their sample. And everything else came from there. And so this pair was held on ice and it was like, all right, cool. When our anniversary comes around,
This one's the banker.
that's the one that's going to drop. And we'll put that through our platforms. We might even give it to some retailers. I don't know if Corteiz will necessarily co-sign that because they love to have that sense of ownership over everything they do. And they'll still find a way to ground it.
Even going back to that, like, I don't see why obviously with that same mindset, because I have the same mindset as you in terms of I don't think Corteiz would like to give that ownership up. But as happened with the Central C95, I would not be surprised if this was like it screams JD exclusive in my head.
I don't think that's allowed.
I know, and I'm not saying that with a negative sense because of what JD, because like I would tell you, I appreciate JD exclusive MX 95s, especially from the past. But if JD, or if they give this to JD, or if they gave this to Foot Locker, this looks like a type of shoe that would drop as a store exclusive, because I feel like it's in that nature of colorway and creativity. Like, when I say creativity, I mean like less of a creativity as opposed to the trio that dropped. Because in the snippet and in our infographic, you can see that he really put thought into what the camos were, or I feel like I'm already just saying what you said, but I don't necessarily feel like this one was as creative as the other 3.
But I have a question now.
Go on.
And it's going to be a controversial question. Feel free to disagree with me.
Oh, they will.
But could the reason that Nike and Corteiz have come together to release this 4th colorway be because this 95 had the biggest impact out of any collaboration 95 that's dropped in its inception to now?
Inception is
I wouldn't be surprised though. Think about Inception, like
The last 30 years of the
Yeah.
95, we think of the collaborations that have dropped. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised, like, just based on the mass commotion that arose in 3 different cities, like back to back to back. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
because I feel like a lot of the shoes that we see, I'm going to get into some of them, there was regional impact, for sure. And for some of them, they went crazy in resale value. But in terms of pure impact, the 95, yeah, as much as like the 95 is a loved and coveted shoe by London and the UK, Manchester, Liverpool, like, we love that shoe as individuals. Some people might not have bought that shoe, but they respected it through its storyline regardless, because they knew it was a London crepe, or it was like a Liverpool-based crepe or a Manchester-based crepe. There was relation there.
Or just by seeing it around.
Yeah.
But this 95 made, I feel like further than the CDG, made 95s cool. Like, in a sense of like fashionable and stylish, as opposed to just being a core 95 for 95 and Air Max enjoyers. The CDG was the start of that, but the CDG price point is too high for people to buy into the story. So where you have the CDG at like 250 or whatever it was, or 270, the Corteiz dropped for retail at what?
And I feel like
165.
165?
And I feel like CDG is so niche.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
which means lesser stock. But you have this where it's like, they release for 160, and then Clint takes it a step further and says, yo, we've got stock left over, just for London, we're going to do 110 for 110, bring it back. That shoe, I can't imagine how many households those shoes are in comparison to their relative compatriots.
Even fakes.
Bro, the fakes are nasty as well. Like, they're so obviously fake, but people still wear them with pride. And it's like, there's a reason for that. So, like, you think of like the past 95 releases, because I've said something now that people will argue with, and feel free to argue. We've got time. And if you haven't got time, I've got time. I'll be there. You think back to the Stussy 2015. 2 colorways, green and white. The Carhartt 95. The Supreme Pack. I don't know that. What for you guys? What like some major 95s that you guys can remember in terms of collaborations? I'm not saying in GRs. I'm talking specifically collaborations, by the way, if you're getting confused. But yeah.
Yeah, I had the same. I had Kim Jones, even coming from a designer aspect. I also really enjoyed the Coral Studios MX 95.
Yeah, they were really clean. Really clean.
Even recent history, Lorenzo G.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my one.
Really enjoyed those. What about you, Bolu? What others do you?
For me, it's pretty much in and around the same. Like, I did really enjoy the CDG Air Max 95s a lot. But when it came to 95s, yeah, I have been a really big fan of GRs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Like,
And that's what drives the silhouette, to be fair.
yeah. Like, even like, for example, the Anatomy of Airs, they were a good shoe.
Yeah.
The Black Earth Day was that shoe. That shoe, when it dropped to the sneakers app, that was the day I found out my account was blocked.
Lol.
I tried to enter for it.
That's crazy.
And it just kept asking me to re-sign it. I said, damn, they bagged me.
Yeah. And then you came to protest on the pod.
Yeah.
I hear it.
And I'm free.
Will bagged you out.
Yeah, Will paid my bill. He paid my bill.
There was also the Maniere 95s.
Oh, yeah,
More so
definitely.
recent history. But I feel like, again, they're kind of like, in the wake of the Corteiz, they feel like a bit more like a widely accepted good shoe, but also kind of fashionable. And I
Yeah.
feel like this green pair now is, again, like one of those ones that's like, it's like, oh, this is polarizing. But if you like it, it's a hard shoe.
Do you like it?
I think it's interesting.
What?
I need to see it
the new
The new Maniere.
Oh yeah,
95s.
let's, because we haven't actually spoken about it.
Obviously, it's a green hues sort
Is
of
it
vibe.
green? I thought it was brown.
No, it's green.
I thought it was brown too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, it's green, bro. That's definitely green. Because it's obviously their third 95 in as many months.
Third.
But they've only released one.
What's the other?
Do you remember the other one was the white one that we saw?
Oh yeah,
man.
You're right.
Yeah, but that one never.
It hasn't come out yet. But it's the third
Was
one
it
we've seen
real,
from
though?
Maniere in as many months.
Was
Look.
it real?
No, it's real.
Oh, first.
Look, this one.
Yeah.
It's green and brown.
That's green. That's not green.
What is this panel here, brother? Is that not green?
Yeah, but the rest is more brown. Yeah, I can't lie. It's more brown than green.
But it's green there, though.
You know,
green is there,
the thing
bro.
is, it's difficult because it really does depend on what the leather actually comes out.
And it depends on the lighting as well.
Yeah,
that's one of those ones.
So it looks
they grabbed the way they grabbed us before.
Exactly.
Before Suede's leather.
But I feel like the way it looks here, it looks like that bottom one is actually not brown, it's green. Because if it's brown, it's going to be the same as the previous pair. So that's why I feel like it's green. But also, simultaneously,
their colors are brown, mauve,
yeah,
cream.
But I'm intrigued to see like how it will be received and what it looks like in real time.
For reference, this is the Maniere MX95 hand washed cold.
Yes.
Because we actually haven't said the name.
The
if
name
you
of
want
the
to go and
shoe,
search
yeah.
it up, obviously it's going to be on there. But if you are listening and you want to go and search it up in your own time, then yeah, the Air Max 95 hand wash code.
Yeah. I would personally, I would like a pair of these.
Yeah, I think I might cop.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Obviously, even since the previous one, I don't know how I feel about rope laces. If they were just normal.
Well, they come with more than. I think they come with more than one pair of laces. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, cool. Even
and the
this
box
one
is cold.
Is it?
The box is cold. It's like the Maniere A's, but it's like Nike, and they've kind of pieced it together with the Maniere logo, like jigsaw style across the box. So it's interesting. But yeah, I feel like, again, we look at the shoes in the archives and the numbers that they were released at and all that kind of stuff. Even like the Mitre MX95s, where they had like the black tongue rehash of the neon and the grey rehash of the neon. Freddy Krueger's, for example. You also had what else? Atmos Animal Pack and the other Atmos pack as well. The Foot Patrol 95 110. Those were hard. And I feel like in terms of exposure and impact, the only thing that came close to the Corteiz's in terms of impact, and again, this could be recency bias, but as a collab, was the Central Seas. In terms of just pure, the shoe drop-in, and it had widespread impact. But even then, that could still be penned down to regional.
Yeah, I think that's more regional.
So,
yeah, with that whole debate, I don't know in terms of. Obviously, I know the Corteiz was big and there was people running through traffic in America for the shoe.
You're only thinking about America.
Yeah, I know. As in, there's more places that's had that sort of motion. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Like, when you talk about the Corteiz shoe, like, America was just one of the locations where they had people do the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I know they've done it in America. There was the whole thing in France. Obviously, the UK as well. Right now, I do feel like Clint is Nike's golden child. So that would make sense. But if we're going in terms of all time, I'm not too sure. I would love to say the Clint Corteiz because at the end of the day, he's from...
But notice how I haven't said that they are the best collaboration to ever drop.
Most impactful, though.
But in terms of pure impact, I can't say... And again, people might come and say, well, social media wasn't around and this and that. But I can't say I looked back in like the history books and saw a shoe that had nearly as much impact in terms of collaboration point for the 95.
Alright, cool. Bolu, are you ready? Go into your head. Actually, no, both of you, go into your head. Rank them. Go. 3, 2, 1.
We rank what?
The 95s. Go.
What? Which ones?
Corteiz. Go.
Pink, green,
yellow.
Ooh.
Pink, green, yellow, blue.
Pink, green, yellow, blue.
Yeah.
Pink, green, blue, yellow.
Okay, I like that. You stuck to your word.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I just based on the one
Pink.
I like to wear.
You're about to say yellow, innit?
Yeah, I really like the yellow.
It's the funders.
Yeah,
it's the funders.
they grabbed him.
Funders.
They said it's your girl's color scheme. You can't betray it.
I would say pink, yellow, blue, green.
Yuck.
Wow.
Above the gutter green is crazy.
Wow. What's that based on? Wearability.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's dumb, bro.
You could wear it with your fit today, so I just caught you out. You could literally wear the green today with your fit, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, but I just didn't like it. It wasn't my
Even
type of shoe.
For me, even though gutter green and the pink is actually interchangeable.
Yeah.
I like
Rambo's
I love
twinning.
them real.
Yeah, I see it, but I don't know if that's material or what.
What, the green?
That's defo green, bro.
Regardless, I'm there.
That's a real stepper there, right there.
I'm genuinely there. Like I'm a fan.
But yeah, like, yeah, I personally feel like when you look at collaborations when it comes to 95s, yeah, it's tough, innit? Because, like you said, it's such a GR heavy shoe.
Yeah.
And for Nike to drop a 95 that was like, raw, this is no longer just GR heavy. And even from like a business aspect, as much as we feel like, yeah, maybe this fourth colorway shouldn't drop, like it was cool, knowing that like it was a pair, it could have just been a friend and family, whatever, but it doesn't have to drop. But for us, like, seeing it, it could just be business.
Yeah, they like we're speaking. We are 3%, and
Less than that now.
People have bills to pay. He's got a whole business to run. So like, there's money to make. And at the end of the day, as much as I say, yeah, like, I'm not a fan of this shoe, bro. If they slap the bands on the table and say, yeah, just put your logo on the toe box, bro, and we're good. We'll fly you to Brazil, take some pics. I would be like, my guy.
Also, Jeffrey said, and it's good to be reminded of things like this, because sometimes you get so caught up in that. Regardless of silhouettes, that's now 7 shoes from 2023 to now.
Hit for hit.
Now, we just celebrated
misses.
Joe Fresh Goods doing 10 projects across 20 shoes in 5 years.
Yeah.
Clinton's already 7 shoes down
in
2
Yeah.
across 3 projects.
You see that Clint shoe spread?
That shoe money spread. All right then. Respect. Respect. Where they play, how they play, if they play.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Speaking on 95s, obviously, you guys might not have seen it, but during a Wakes photo shoot, one of the models was wearing 95s. Which is looking like
Hey, I'm investing. Wow.
big bubble Air Max 95 dropping hopefully this year. We've been seeing 2025 for the past year or two.
Yeah.
Obviously there was that whole SB rumor, but I don't feel like that's true. I think it's just big bubble.
SB.
It's coming out apparently though. It's anniversary year, isn't it?
Okay. So yeah.
Oh, it's a neon one.
It's interesting. We're probably getting the big bubble Air Max 95s back. Obviously there's rumored undefeated Air Max 95s.
Yes, I saw that today.
I'm seeing 4 colorways dropping.
Wow.
Apparently 4 colorways dropping.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Supreme do another 95 as well.
Probably. Yeah.
I feel like Nike are gonna, because you got to think here in terms of collaborators. These are Nike collaborators, not Jordan collaborators.
Yeah.
So Nike and Jordan are basically effectively trying to separate themselves in terms of where they occupy. Jordan is trying to sit more in the basketball space. Nike is more lifestyle and fashion, kind of what we're speaking about in terms of like lifestyle, fashion, rental, that kind of stuff. So they're gonna go to all their lifestyle and fashion related collaborators and pump the heck out of their anniversary shoe. And Jordan Brand will go to their collaborators and pump the heck out of their anniversary shoe and do business. So from that front, that's why I wouldn't say I'm worried for other brands, but other brands should be awake.
Okay.
No pun intended.
So now we're in March here.
Yeah.
Obviously, end this year we're gonna have our Sneaker 7s draft.
Yes.
Potentially 28 crepes.
Yes.
Or 21. What percentage of crepes do you feel like are gonna be Nike and Jordan brand? Or so give me Nike this, Jordan will be this. Let's place our bets in now.
It's interesting. I feel like we'll probably be like at a rough 60.
60%?
Yeah.
Altogether?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Overall.
Okay.
60% is like 4 shoes?
No.
Wait, it says 60%.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Of 28. That's...
No. I'm talking about of our 7.
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking as a collective.
Oh, sorry.
So like, the whole list of 28,
Yeah.
60% is like
16. Well, 17.
Yeah.
17. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? 60%?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Most likely. Out of that 17, how many do you think are going to be Jordan? How many do you think are going to be Nike?
Well, it depends on you lot, innit?
No, bro.
What's that? You lot? Are you not part of us?
No. In the fact that I haven't seen a Jordan that has caught my attention enough to be like, oh, that's gonna go in there definitely.
Yet.
Like nothing I've seen yet. Like the only thing that maybe could get in there, and that depends on how the year goes, the Black Metallic Reimagined. I think that was a really good shoe. really nice release and a really clean crepe. But I can't categorically say that my list will have a Jordan in it.
Oh, going back to that podcast. Put your money where your mouth is.
Hey man,
Buy that shoe, bro.
I actually will. I'm just waiting because, like you said, I don't actually want it. I don't mind it not being new.
Yeah.
So when I get it, I get it.
Speaking of March, Air Max Day.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I originally, obviously, we're gonna move on, but I thought that this shoe would probably drop Air Max Day. I thought the Corteiz would drop Air Max Day.
That's wrong. Do you know why it's wrong? Because imagine I need an analogy that makes sense.
Especially with Tim Catfield and Thingy doing the whole thing last year. That would have been
no. Imagine like
tasteful.
Making your chicken, in the grill, it cooks fully, and then you add your seasoning afterwards. Why would you bring the maximum amount of attention to Nike? Because they assume that they're gonna get the maximum amount of attention with Corteiz, which is why they brought it back.
Yeah.
Why would they do that on Air Max Day? They might as well give us one of their other shoes, for example, with their new collaborators they're bringing in, and do that towards that time. And then, when that shoe's in circulation, then drop another shoe.
You're talking about the Division Street.
Yes.
Air Max 95, 97.
Yes. I don't know if it's common knowledge, but I don't like 97s.
Oh, we know.
We know.
Yeah. But I don't like 97s. Like, 97 ones are the closest you'll find me to be interested in the shoe.
Big up Sean, my guy.
But
friend of the show.
He said that he wants to come back.
He said he's gonna bring that back.
And I don't know if he's saying it with confidence
purists
or saying it like, please.
Yeah, please, Nike, let's bring it back.
It'll be interesting to see if he brings that back. But I don't know if Nike will give him the keys to the office anymore. I'm not sure. But coming back to these,
won't, but they should.
You think they should?
Yeah.
You know what they should do actually? They should release the blue joint that never released.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, they won't, but yeah.
Yeah,
it would be nice.
That's the only thing I would want to see from him. I don't feel like I feel like he shouldn't be given a half turn. Keep in the box.
You actually don't want to see the original 97 ones come back.
Like, I'm so sorry.
I have them. They can keep that.
That's what you have. That's what you pay the arm and leg to get.
485, crazy.
Right. But back to these Division Street Air Max 95s. Yeah, man. Say Division
95.
Street. Division St. Oregon.
Yeah.
97 95s. Mm-hmm. They are an interesting.
95,
they are an interesting shoe. Yeah, the pedal acceleration is flying a little bit close to the sun. What do you think of the shoe? Would you buy that?
No.
Okay.
But it's an alright shoe.
Okay.
Obviously, having the 97/1, like I feel like an elitist right now.
What a nerd.
Is that Eman or is that sneaker then?
Damn.
Low. But nah, good shoe. I'm not really sure about this shoe though. Yeah, I'd be interested to see its release. That's what I can say about it.
The 97 upper looking nice on the 95 lower is actually kind of making me itch. Like, it actually looks good. Like, I kind of would low-key rock the shoe. And I don't like 97s.
Yeah, but these things happen because they changed the sole. That's how people started rocking the.
Well, when they started mixing the uppers and lowers.
Yeah.
We talked about it recently as well, that the whole thing of like, would they bring that back? So it's actually quite interesting to see that they've done that as well.
Do not mix breeding.
Yeah. Don't know exactly how I feel about it, but the more I look at this shoe,
like the 97 and Vapor Max sole and stuff like that.
The more I look at this shoe, Division Street, as a new collaborator,
there's something there.
They might have thrown you into the deep end with a 95, 97.
They went super,
But you know what? GG's.
Yeah.
I respect it.
W's in the chat.
W's in the chat. Shout out Platboy Max.
You know what this reminds me of? Yeah. Let's say you go gym and the first thing you do is you try bench 100 kg. And it's just too far left. So then when you come back and do 60, it's breeze.
Right.
So they've gone all the way left. But with the next one, they're probably going to bring it back a bit. Some of that makes sense.
I thought he was going to say when you go gym and then you try bench 100 kg and you can only do it once. You're like, oh, At least I can do it.
Nah.
I can't do it more than once.
Nah. Because
But-
to me, with the shoe, yeah, it's not a nice shoe, but it has nice elements. Like,
Sorry, by the way, it is Division Street. It's Oregon's
Yeah.
Division Street. Oregon's Division Street, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like, there's a lot of nice elements to the shoe. Like, I only have one pair of 97s, and I haven't worn them since uni.
Yeah,
Fairs.
yeah, that's real.
But I don't see myself buying another pair of 97s.
Yes, it's interesting to see this happening, and I wonder if that means they're going to start doing more of these mishmash shoes again. In terms of, are we going to see more 95, 97s? Are we going to see a 97, 95, a 97 1 again? Are we going to see the Vape Max sole with like a?
I think we're a bit too far removed for Vapor Max.
I don't think we're going to see a Vape Max sole ever again outside of a Vape Max.
Fair,
In reality,
Yeah.
that sole is too unpredictable.
fair.
2 steps,
And I
your
feel like
ankle roll
we've
up.
left that now.
Yeah.
That whole Vapor Max thing is in the past.
Especially they've moved on with the DN and DN8.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
so-
the
yeah.
the DNA is gonna
DNA.
be. Oh,
DN89 or DN90.
yeah. No, it'll be DN98.
Yeah, or maybe DN898 or something, or DN895.
Yeah, it's
No.
not gonna look nice though.
Probably not.
That DNA sole really makes me itch.
Damn.
It feels like trichophobia
Sorry.
Right.
because it's just little bubbles.
Right. Well, also I want to use this time to shout out to the crowd for their 95 contribution.
Oh yes,
Yes. What did they say?
So they said a lot of things. The most common shoe actually that out of what everybody mentioned, there was 2 shoes that significantly stood out to me when I scrolled through: the Corteiz 95s and the Stash 95s. Some people made it a point to tell me or tell us that they were referring to the 2006 pair. And
Yeah,
not the
not the
2024 pair.
20. Yeah,
Fair enough.
I thought that was important.
yeah.
Um,
Especially because of the commotion and what that means. That Stash 95 means. To
Yeah.
people.
Someone said size what the 95
Yep.
was an option.
Yeah.
Someone said Cav Empt the Navy collab.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to what else you said, somebody said Heron Preston's, and
Oh, okay.
that was an interesting one to think about because that was actually a Nike by you.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah. I don't know if you can actually put that into the runnings, but again, it kind of speaks to like the whole impact situation. If you knew about Heron Preston and you were like a fan of 95, you might have copped them, but it doesn't have the same controlled direct impact as a Corteiz 95, for example.
Understandable.
The Freddy Krugers were also there, although they called them the Freddy Krugers. They
Okay.
kind of span the name a little bit because obviously,
Yeah.
if they call it Freddy Krugers, they'll get sued by the franchise. But again, they weren't a collab. They were made in likeness to the movie, but they weren't a collaboration.
Yeah.
So, in terms of collabs, purely collabs, someone mentioned Coral Studios, similar to you. Someone said Maita, like we mentioned before. Carhartt 95s. Shout out Bradley. Bradley said Dornbecker 95s. Which were a decent pair. Yeah, so again, looking through this list, I actually don't think it's so outlandish to say that this might be one of the best collaborative 95s we've seen with Nike from Corteiz through their pack. Not this shoe specifically.
Oh,
I mean their pack. Come on.
You almost got me, brother.
I just made a list with you.
Yeah. I know, but still.
But yeah, so that's kind of the way I feel about it. And if you disagree and you say that no, that's not one that had the biggest impact, please in the comments tell me which one you thought had more impact.
Yeah,
and
state
we
your-
will
state your
happily
case.
discuss. You know, make a joint video if you want to or something, and yeah, let us know what you think.
On
But-
TikTok, stitch it or something.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
But if you know the shoe you're gonna reference didn't have people running the streets losing their head, just think again.
Also, we're a respectful community. We might have outlandish takes, but let's be guided with our words. That's all I'll say. Moving on swiftly. That's a brick.
Yeah. Okay, we get it.
What?
That's a brick.
Fairs. All right, fair enough.
Explain to them.
This ish, brick by brick.
Bricks. Basically, that was the campaign video highlight from Nigel Sylvester's Brick by Brick campaign for
Brick from brick. Yeah.
the
Brick.
not brick from brick.
brick.
Okay.
brick from brick.
Oh,
from
dumb.
brick. Pick up the dance
You need to see an edit with the sound in the background. But yeah, Brick by Brick. campaign, and the first pair to drop is the red pair. Right. Yeah, the first pair to drop is the red pair. Obviously, you've also seen that there's the fire red pair with the mini swoosh, and then the blue pair. So yeah, those obviously dropped. These are the first ones to drop. He did the whole rollout with the truck. Allegedly, pairs were stolen off a van, as well, and 1,985 pairs were stolen from the train.
Damn.
And apparently, actually, this is a regular thing that happens on train lines. There's regular heists.
Damn.
But the numbers just mad convenient.
Wild West, bruv.
The numbers just bad convenient in it, like 1985 in the year of the Jordan's anniversary. It's interesting, man.
Sounds like it's sounds a little bit fabricated now.
Could have been cooked up, but hey, you know what?
To be fair though, I know, yeah, with the way Nike tells stories, I wouldn't be surprised if they fabricated it a little bit. Could have been 2,000 pairs, they just ran down to 1985.
But yeah, the campaign video came out and the shoes have had their first.
They filed a fake police report.
Can you imagine?
Just like the lost and found receipt.
Can you imagine?
Even I saw separately, sidetracking it, I saw there was a lawyer, yeah, he was like, cool. He was pleading a case for his client and they were in a car crash. So he made a job listing for on Indeed as a car crash victim, and like put all the like everything that she's going through is as a job description, and he used that in his case, saying like we're talking about this crash, but you don't ever think about like let's look at this as a job because now she can't work, so now she's got a new job essentially, and this is what she has to do, kind of thing. It's like that's such a
what the heck?
It's mad creative, but at the same time,
anything to win a case, isn't it?
Yeah,
people use loopholes.
They probably put
man.
bread down.
Loopholes. But what do you guys think of the actual shoe, like the actual Jordan 4?
It's all right.
Okay.
It's decent. It's not really for me. It's a red suede Air Jordan 4. Red suede Air Jordan 4.
I love the stuff that Nigel's doing
with spare
Jordan.
white laces.
I love the stuff that Nigel's doing with Jordan brand, but I can't sit here and hate on all red Jordan 1s, but be okay with an all red Air Jordan 4. I just can't. I have to stand on it. I'm not like, I like it for him. I don't like it for me. I wouldn't wear it.
I would.
Oh, we know you would.
First.
But I'd actually rock the heck out of them.
The fire reds,
yeah,
I would 100% be there.
Fair.
It just
if that drops.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, I'm just feeling like there's like there's a 95% chance it's going to be a lot more comfortable than the fire reds I have already.
Yeah.
So I can finally wear fire reds outside.
I just did in the snippet. They always fit like arse.
Yeah. But
I feel like
your feet.
I feel like they might be a friend and family though.
I'm his friend. I'm his family.
Okay.
No, just because you do have the same hair.
Wow. It be your own friend.
Oh man. Okay. But yeah, I think rollout wise, it's been really cool just to see him develop the story across the last 3 months. And I like how he takes his time with the storyline. Like, I don't feel like I've looked at a Nigel drop so far and just felt rushed.
Yeah,
and
no, 100%.
For some people, they're saying that this is their equivalent of the Red October. I find that a really interesting comparison. Like,
I hear it though.
Like, yes, it's an all red crepe, but for that to be your reference point, that's really interesting.
Yeah, because like what other like outside of a one, whatever like bulky all red crepe is there to say it's the same thing?
The lab Air Jordan 4s.
Hold on, let me. But is that a collaboration?
No, it's an inline, it's not a collaboration.
This is like with the Red October. That was Kanye collab. This is
yeah.
Even though Nigel and Kanye are not on the same level, but
well,
it's called Nike Air Yeezy 2, isn't it?
Yeah,
no.
but come on, that's a Kanye shit.
What's it? Is it Legend of Summer or Legendless Summer? The Justin Timberlake Air Jordan ones.
Red
he did
Octobers.
a 1 and he did a
3.
3. Yeah, 1 and a 3.
If the 3 is all red, then my bad.
They're all red. It's a PE. It's like.
Oh come on. Man.
Well then if you're talking about PE, then it's different, isn't it?
Come on, man.
No. I think one of them released. I can't remember.
Yeah, but you can't bring a PE into this conversation though.
Okay, first.
Yeah, like it's a 1 and a 3, but like
Bro,
if it's a PE,
this
it's a
shoe
non-factor.
is estimated to be 15 to 18k, bro. Come on, come on, man. Man's
non-factor. Let's have a real conversation.
man's bringing a tank to a knife fight, bro. Like
then actually no, that's not a collab. I was gonna say Toro.
no.
Yeah,
Even-
but
But that's not a collab.
also the color blocking is different.
Yeah, because the tour is red and black.
Yeah.
So I can understand with people saying that, innit? As like likening it to the same thing. But same way I would never have gone for the Red Octobers if I had money back then. I'm not gonna go for this shoe.
Fair. I think Nigel's cooked up. I feel like he's definitely maintaining the energy he took out of last year with the RMs, and even like the fact that he was able to bring that through, get the shoe to hit, do 3 iterations this following year, another 3 colorways lined up potentially, and we're at the start of the year, so he could actually have more shoes to release later at the end of the year. We don't know just yet, but he's on the Queen run right now, and it's gonna be interesting to see him keep going.
Yeah, Nike's really firing on all cylinders.
For sure.
Even I want to go back to like what you said about the time and effort put into the rollout, because like that, like people will look on the stats and be like, oh yeah, it's cool, like it's a nice story, but like thinking about how well layered it's been, even from like what back end of last year where you had the like was the cat, wasn't it
the catwalk with the battle rap,
with Loaded Lux and Murder Mook at the set, like people who are impossible to get booked for a battle, you're having them rap there, and it's like there's so much to it, and they're just all building up to a shoe. It's like they've properly planned out like everything they're doing.
Literally built the rollout brick by brick.
Yeah.
And I find that proper interesting, man. I like when people take care of their stories.
Exactly.
That has brought us to the end of today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you found it interesting, and please understand that as much as we say our opinions, this is a conversation amongst friends, and we consider you part of this conversation. So please comment, like, subscribe, let us know your thoughts, whether it's here or on other social medias, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, even on our Spotify comments or YouTube comments. Let us know. We want to know what you guys think. And for the record, the Stockroom is not afraid of being wrong.
Oh yeah. I'm wrong all the time.
Like, what are humans if we're not
I live in
imperfect?
wrongness.
Oh, we know.
He does.
I didn't think we were gonna.
What you thought I was gonna? No, I'm doubling down. If right. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and we appreciate you tapping in. And yeah, man. Until the next one, make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
And see you next one.
Peace.
Take
Bye.
it easy.